Had, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for joining us on this special occasion and the 40th anniversary of 6th of October. This year, the October anniversary coincides with very special conditions in the history of Egypt and the Arab world. Does the anniversary, in your opinion, of October feel different for you this year somehow?
Yes, actually, it's a difference this year than last year, and also difference. The last 3 years is difference. In October has something different, but now I think we celebrate for this occasion, about this occasion in good shape. I see a lot of concern. Everybody wanted to know a lot of things, especially in the soldier and the young officers. They already achieved the action in the war. Not only in the commander and strategy and standard or something like that. We agree that we have to listen to them, but we have to listen to everybody share in this war.
Yes, that's indeed. What, in your opinion, because this is something, a lesson learned for what we are living today, what are the lessons learned for such an important victorious day in 1973? What should the Egyptian take out from this important day and actually implement in today's situation to pass with this political turbulence in Egypt?
There is a lot of lessons and very important things we have to take care about it. Most of them, how to be one unit, the Egyptian and the army and the whole sides of the country, one unit. They think only about the benefit of the country. They have put a target to succeed and to pass this permit of time, this time, because we are in serious time, as you see.
A very critical phase. Yes.
If we have to cooperate and to be one unit to pass this time, it's very important. As we were in War 37, we are all the country, all the Egyptian war was the same
united
target, same way, same hand in that time.
Yes, this is very true. I think one of the very special things about the tactics also of the war, whether the engineering side was helpful, whether the Egyptians were supportive, whether the military and played a very strategic, important, victorious achievement for the Egyptians. Like you mentioned, unity at this stage, to have Egypt pass through these difficulties is also important.
I'm not, that's like, this is,
people are more or less united towards a main goal, which is the victory of this country.
That's right. What we were in that time, and what is what we expect in this time of the very important time now we battle now.
Mm-hmm. And what are the major consequences, in your opinion, of 1973's war?
The concept, or your concept or sequences?
No, the consequences, yes.
The sequences.
Yes.
The sequences in war 73, it was very intelligent. It was put it in very professional way. Turn back again to the plan and to how to achieve or to carry out this kind of war in that time. It was amazing because it was a lot of trouble at that time. Economic trouble we have, political trouble we have not a good relation with many countries in that time. The economic was very bad. The people was in bad morale. all Egyptian army and also whole Egyptian was the bad the situation, and though all these elements and these situations, we succeed to put the suitable plan to cross very hard obstacles. At that time, it's not easy to cross the canal, Suez Canal, and also to face very strong army at that time. Many people don't know that the Israeli army is a very strong army, because they know there is a lot surrounded by the inside, the country surround them.
Yes.
Has a lot of they hate him, and they want to get rid of him from them.
Yes.
That's the reason they have a lot of support from Western countries. Very recent army they pay a lot for training, very good qualified, very high qualified pilots, and they have a lot of training and also high equipment that I told you.
Yes.
And they occupied a lot of Syria and big part from Egypt. And they have also very important thing, they have self-confidence, high self-confidence, because they are when in 67. All this element, it was against us. But though all this, we defeat all this kind of challenge, and we succeed to cross these obstacles. Alhamdulillah, and in that time, we reach now to today to talk about
To this,
as a
exactly,
members.
this special victory. Now, let's move on now for a very short break, and returning back for more.
التاريخ العسكري سوف يتوقف طويلا بالفحص والدرس أمام عملية يوم 6 أكتوبر سنة 73. حين تمكنت القوات المسلحة المصرية من اقتحام مانع قناة السويس الصعب واجتياح خط بارليف المنيع. بعد أن أفقدت العدو توازنه كما قلت في 6 ساعات.
Welcome back. You're still watching Nile Cruise. Going back to you, Major General, you mentioned that Israel being a strong army and the neighboring countries around it. I'd like to ask you, how did the Arab countries benefit from such a special and important victory for Egypt? And definitely for the Arab world.
Yes, yes. There is direct benefits, and there is indirect benefits. Direct benefits, it is we can say about you know, the price of petroleum in that time was coming to up from about around $6 to about $40, more than $40. This is direct benefits, economic benefits, something like that.
Yes.
Indirect benefits, it was very important to...
That was like 6 times or more.
More than 6 times in
Yes.
that time. Indirect, and this is a very important thing, indirect benefits, it was to about the dignity, because the dignity of Egypt is the dignity of Arab country also. Although some countries we are not, we have different view, and we are not have a lot of good relationship, but every country and the Egyptian, special, the people of every country, they were happy, and they think, or they believe that the victory of October to Egypt, was victory to them also, because we have the same sympathy, we have the same
the region itself.
the same feel about.
Yes, and even the culture. Even the culture.
Culture, that's right. Because that's the reason they was very happy as Egyptian, exactly, and they try to support us in a lot of places, like Yemen. In Yemen, they help us to close the Bab al-Mandab in that time, and all countries try to push, and also they support us in arms also. Iraq and Algeria and Sudanese also, they support us in that time.
And what about the action or the support and reaction by the Arab countries that provoked an oil crisis at that time to the West?
The reaction
around the oil crisis.
About the oil crisis,
Back then.
the war, the Arab countries, they make this crisis at that time, because they prevent the petroleum at that
oil,
time,
yes.
and this makes the petroleum going to high price, and this is kind of push to Western to prevent the support to Israel in that time. This is kind of pushing or and backing also to Egypt,
yes,
to support it in that time.
So, if you can tell us a little bit about, it's good to know about the heroes of the 6th of October, and to know more about your background in this important day, or important definitely war.
About the heroes, there is a lot. In that war, there is a lot of people. We know about them, some of them, and there is a lot of people, a lot of heroes, they are not mentioned until now. Because it is difficult to ask to somebody, to hero, to tell them coming to say, without to invite him in good shape.
Yes.
He will not let himself to go coming to media or to people to I do something in war. Always you will find him silent, not speak about that, until somebody invited him to talk. He will talk in that time.
And that's important that we have invited you, and would like to know more about your experience.
I know this is not this right of my country on me. Yeah, I have to. It is something like it's not it's obligatory. If anybody asks me what happened during the war, what's your experience in that war, this is a kind of I can't find suitable word. It is it's mission to me. It is I have to do that to my country, because this is to build something, to build morale to the youth, to give a good idea about what we do in that time. This is right, my country right on me.
But I know it's always meeting people who contributed to this important achievement. They're a little bit shy to describe the experience or special moments in this war. But I'd like to know from you just a moment where you have faced an important challenge in this, just to know the experience.
Okay, about me, I'm in a special case, because I'm not in main part of war in Suez Canal. I was in another indirect place. It is in South Sinai.
Yes.
The Rangers platoon sent it, some of pleasure platoon or companies sent it to South Sinai to make a trouble in these areas, to got
distract the attention.
attract the enemy's
Yes.
troops in this area and not leave
Mhm.
to north to support the
Yes.
Israeli armies in north
Mhm.
and to make a trouble to third army in the
Yes.
Suez in this area. That's the reason it was mission like mission impossible, because we are sent around about 200 or 300 kilometer away from our troops.
Yes.
No any kind of support, no food support, no ammunition support, no air support. We have to depend on ourselves in that time, and we have to do our mission also. That's the reasons a lot of stories not discovered until now from these places, from this company and this platoon and this group. About myself, and I'm not like to talk about myself many times, I like to talk about my friends to all times, but I am actually, me and my group, we destroyed 2 buses. Israeli army knows that much better than we know. 2 buses carries about 72, as they say, mentioned in wireless. 72 pilot and second pilot and engineer in this time was moving from Abu Dhabi to El Tor city at that time.
Yes.
It was very important
Definitely, because
operation in that time.
it got all the attention towards this part of the country,
That's right.
away from the direct hit. Yes.
Yes, and also we achieve casualties, a lot of casualties, and killed a lot of people, very important people in that time.
Yes.
And second
You're
day,
saying most of them were pilots. So
most of them pilots. Yes. This is according the Israel. According they say that we not because we don't know this. They will not carry
So
pilots.
you were lucky that the bus that you chose.
I was lucky.
That you
These
chose
2 buses,
had a lot
it
of
was
pilots.
17 cars, but these 2 buses it seems is very important people, and because they have a lot of secure about car before them and car behind them, and we find that these 2 buses have something very important. That's the
Yes.
reason we concentrate and we destroyed these 2 buses, and also we try to
provocate
to
maybe
kill or
other actions.
yes, another cars, but they stop and turn back very fast when we destroy the 2 buses.
Well, Major General, this is definitely something that you should be proud of, and we're definitely proud of you and proud of every Egyptian who fought in this war or actually contributed to such an important victory. You mentioned that it was an indirect, and I appreciate your humbleness in mentioning this important incident that you have contributed to, because it definitely was a trigger to distract the enemy towards the front lines, and it was a contributor to what happened in this important achievement to this country, and nobody would ever forget such a wonderful story that was a beginning of a war that gained back the Egyptians' rights for their lands and for their freedom. So finally, Major General Magdi Shahat, I'd like to thank you very much. And once again, we're quite proud of you.
Before my last, there is one point only I would like to mention. There is very important thing we got it from this ambush against the Israeli troop. We have very high morale in that time, and when we see that the Israeli troops cry like women, exactly cry to help, cry to help when we attack them. This is make our troops in very high morale at that time. That's the reason there is another attack. They try to attack us in the second day, and there is a very important battle in that day. We'll talk about after that, inshallah, in another occasion.
Right. Thank you very much, Major General. It has been a pleasure. And now let's move on for a very short break and returning back for more segments.
At the DAAD, German Ambassador Michael Bloch celebrates the 17th discussion regarding environmental issues in Cairo,